with a finance bill which is a con, whereby you are taxing everybody in the country, and once you tax everybody in the country, you take development to certain sections of the country. When it comes to hiring, you only hire your shareholders of your government. You end up putting the country into a very difficult corner, whereby you have a dictatorship through the rubber stamping of parliament to pass laws, which are very exploitative to the country. You are left with very few options. We still believe that Kenya Kwanza stole the election. When it comes to bipartisan talks, you are taken around in circles. It is very simple. The data in the servers clearly shows who won the election, and that's where justice begins. Because when the servers are open, and then secondly, the cost of living. This taxation is going to make the cost of living in this country very difficult. This law has not addressed the issues Kenyans are dealing with. Kenyans are dealing with a low cost of living, which begins by lowering the prices of fuel. The prices of fuel are high in Kenya because of taxation. Then the other way of lowering the cost of living is reducing the cost of electricity. The cost of electricity right now is doubled. When all these monies are collected, you have no clear way on how they are going to be used. The government of Kenya up to today, other than appointing the chair of GSCC, who is a very good gentleman, he has no structures under him on how to deal with corruption in the country, which is the biggest problem. So the current government is not addressing corruption at all. And then you have situations whereby the young people, the police is now being used to torment and torture very innocent people like Maina Jenga. Okay, so we have a lot of things happening, and which they are not being addressed by the government day by day. Okay. Therefore, if you cannot resolve all these issues, and the election was highly contested, and the elections in Kenya is still going to be highly contested, if you are not resolving these issues, there is nothing which stops any Kenyans from collecting signatures and writing to the United Nations.
Thank you, Senator. Okay, I get your point. In the aftermath of the elections in 2017, these are similar grievances that the opposition raised at the time after the elections. And there was even a bill, this is just a verbal statement by the former Prime Minister, a bill by Peter Opondo Kaluma, the Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament, on seceding from Kenya. And they hinted at that at the time, you, the opposition then, and you are still holding the same. But you ended up doing a handshake. Why would the Kenyan people believe you that you are going to secede again?
Secession is a process. It's not something which happens.
Not talking about the process. You hinted at the same. In fact, there was a bill which was drafted by Peter Opondo Kaluma, which is on record. And you ended up doing, your coalition party leader ended up doing a handshake with the former President Uhuru Kenyatta in March 2018. And now you're hinting at the same. I mean, why would the Kenyan people believe you? Because here is the issue of who holds the moral ground, and certainly the opposition leaders aren't.
For there to be secession, first of all, you've got to have a situation like, people have to vote. You have to have the Kenyans have to decide through a referendum. It's a very big process whereby people, if majority of Kenyans want secession, there's nothing which can stop it.
Okay, you haven't responded to my question, and at the best interest of time. And you are a lawyer, of course, you know this. There was already a bill which was 2017.
Yes.
Yet your coalition party leader then, NASA, that was the opposition National Super Alliance, months later, despite the grievances raised by the opposition, ended up doing a handshake with the former president.
Yes.
Now again, similar sentiments have come up. Why would the Kenyan people believe you? Because you had told your supporters that through that bill, you are going to secede from Kenya, which is a right guaranteed under the UN Convention. Why would they believe you now?
Why not believe us? We have majority of followers in the country.
But you ended up saying the same, but ended up doing a handshake in 2018.
I don't think right now we're really looking for handshake at all. There's no handshake we are seeking. That bill of Honorable Kaluma never became law then. If it became law, and we still must have such a law in the country, so that if you want to secede, there are processes. The only thing left now is a referendum. If a country wants to secede, it can go into a referendum. If majority of that country do not want want to remain in that particular country, then you can still form two countries.
Okay, yes.
Especially this sort of taxation,
okay,
you need that.
Okay.